the knob on with Nick's duet. And the ceiling. It was like genuine. And it was great.
So you made the mixer calm.
Yes, it did. It actually, the sound part jizzed up.
You're gonna make some goals.
Black Daddy.
So anyways, what's your name?
Mike is my roommate with Gigantor from EVOL INTENT.
We all say this is Mike from EVOL INTENT together, or do we let you do that?
I'm trying to get my boobs, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm trying to get
So where are you from?
Currently Los Angeles, 1/3.
6 of EVOL INTENT? Is that, what is it?
I don't think I'm 2/3, but yeah, that's what I'm 1/3. Oftentimes it's really tough to send all of us out to a gig.
How'd you meet your special music making buddies?
I met Nick.
Church?
Yes, obviously. Exactly. So all the debauchery goes down. But yeah, no, in University of Alabama, me and Nick were in college there.
How come you don't have an accent?
I can put it on all day if I have to, if I get pulled over by a cop or something. So there's me, there's Nick and AJ. And Nick is also known as Rosefari, and AJ has a project called Treasure Fingers as well. I used to have one called Computer Club that was also wildly different. I might, but actually I'm looking to do something a little different otherwise.
Your hair is colored.
My hair is color green. Color green? You know what? I used to not, but I can fuck with them now.
In one of your songs it says, "You're a stupid motherfucker."
You're a stupid motherfucker.
Yes.
Is that a shot? Who is the stupid motherfucker?
We didn't really have one in mind.
Tell me off camera.
You know, Nick actually started the tune, so I have to ask him what inspired me. Really, we're massive NWA fans, so that was just an open sample, and we just went for it.
You did play it in a cemetery and you danced and you did that like anyone can dedicate that to anyone.
Yes, they could. It is completely open. I can fuck with them now. I can eat that. Sorry.
Are you calling me ignorant?
I ain't calling you ignorant, girl. Don't even sure me right now.
Was it like drum and bass right away, or evilness right away, or
yeah,
what did you guys start making together?
That was kind of the idea. Was that first off we went pretty hard and heavy.
And in a spoon, are you at the end or the middle?
I'm always the little spoon. Always the little spoon. Yeah, no. Sometimes
burn on the inside. Is it the curvature of the spoon you prefer?
I think
the position.
I think it's the enclosure. You know, the warmth of having someone else.
The wrap
I get
around.
hot sweaty, so I'm not the other.
Yeah.
Or like not even there. Like don't touch me.
We're back in the hardware days. We're doing everything. Yeah, exactly. Many would argue our music sounded like that back then. But
drum and bass pots and pans.
yeah, there was. We were making our pots and pans, and we heard of this guy named The Enemy just absolutely crushing shit in like Little Rock and that whole area. And when we heard him, we were just like, we gotta work with this guy. So we did a remix swap, and then after that we started working together. Everyone moved to Atlanta, and things rocketed upward.
Did tour to the crowd just do?
I like that. That's awesome.
But you gotta give me a little credit.
But I mean, the track I don't think will fit my set, but it's cool too. You know,
you guys collaborate as a threesome 666.
Well,
like, are you the bass man or are you the drum man?
Believe it or not,
what is it usually? Are you like the sound effects, more noises?
When we started out, it was kind of like we did almost have roles like that. I was always doing the mix down and like the end. Now everyone is so good at what they do where you can all just like swap off and do different things. Like Nick and AJ will totally go in and else that mixes right now there. Nick used to, and always was like our rhythm guy in a lot of ways. And me and AJ used to focus on melodies and melodic. But yeah, now it's just kind of like we all just kind of go in between.
When you work on something individually and send it over, I mean, you guys obviously all have your busy working traveling schedules.
Indeed, and what we used to use is Reason to send files back and forth, and they're pretty self-contained.
Yeah.
Now we do a bunch of different shit. We generally go to Ableton, but we will just send stems back and forth if we have to, or just layers. Like, okay, here's this part of a tune, we're going to, like, just add this. Like, there's this one that's coming out on a new EP called drum&bass, and I sent the tune to Nick, and he's like, hang on a second. Just sends back, just like an Ableton file with layers for, like, little vocal cut and everything. Worked perfect, like, made the tune. And so just anything that makes it easy keeps it moving. Because one of the biggest problems you run into is like, okay, you have this plugin, you have the, I used to a universal.
My buddy used audio for together. He has VSTs, I know.
And I use universal audio like all day long. So otherwise I have to bounce everything down and then send it over. And then if you're doing like complicated bus mixing, things like that. So sometimes it's just easier, like here's an MP3 or a wave, and then oh yeah, here's a layer. Or it's like take this out, do this, jump this up.
So you don't like super sharp shooting troubleshooting?
I do
or
like
you're good at it.
if you're
You have to
talking,
get good at it.
of course.
Yeah, learn it.
If you're talking about the tune, oh yeah, the old school.
The scariest part you play. Scariest. In any way.
I played a couple in Eastern Europe where you definitely thought you were about to get shot. Like, you know, like that.
That kind of scary.
Yeah, like you're going to get pulled into it where, my favorite was the first time I played in Europe. The guy who threw the party drove to some back lot, and he had like, I don't know what business he had with some, seriously, I don't know what business he had with this guy, but you know, and they're like, okay, I hope I'm going to make it to the gig, and you know, that whatever the hell's happening here is all good.
Yeah.
But you know, not that his English command wasn't very strong at the time, so you know, there was a little bit of
that lost translation, that scariness of not being able to be explained. Yeah, I
so
can totally get that.
when you're in somewhere and it looks a little rough and you don't know what's happening, the show otherwise was awesome.
Fucking sick!
Best sound system. Oh, this is
Braddock's got a really good sound system.
The side room basement sound is definitely
Lodge basement.
This we're gonna spend the sound.
Like one year we played Ultra and the sound was so heavy we were doing a live set, it shot the knob off of Nick's duet into the ceiling. It was like shaking. I mean, actually, it was great.
So you made the mixer calm.
Yes, it did. It actually, the sound card jizzed up. It jizzed upward the knob just shot up. We're actually think just like more like really like a cum shot in that sense. Yeah, that's pretty great.
What is your evil intent in life tonight?
My intent is generally not as mean, but I always think of it like exactly. I'm snuggling in that sense. There's evil is love backwards.
And the O, and you spelled it different.
Yeah, we did.
For orgasm, face. What is it for?
That's. I like the way you look at this.
I totally just headbanged and there was no drop. But I kept doing it. Yes! Got the smokers lounge. The loop section. Got everything here. Fucking positive song! Mariah Carey shout out! How many people have you murdered to make your song?
You know, again,
How many people have been sacrificed?
Is that something we can really measure? I mean,
I won't ask about the kittens, but...
No, the kittens, no, we love the kittens.
Okay.
Actually. The kittens we spare.
What is the weirdest thing you've ever made a part of your music made of? You got that weird?
Sample, time stretch, like modes, or like a movie. There's also
fucking
EVOL! And then we spell it out.
fucking
EVOL! And then we realized we're like, oh shit, that's spelled backwards. Oh, that's good.
Okay, who's your favorite journalist?
That is a tough one to answer.
And then who's your favorite scientist?
Amy Goodman. Well.
And then who's your favorite journalist scientist? Is there one? Go.
You need a journalist, scientist,
What inspired that song? Was it the sample?
Yeah, actually,
Was it the journalist? Was it
it
scientist?
started out like me and Adam. I went to visit him in
Really? Minnesota?
the fucking Milwaukee,
Milwaukee.
and he had basically like parts of that tune, like a skeleton laid out, and I was like, that sample's kind of cool.
He
You know,
had a dead body laid out.
Yeah, exactly.
And there was a journalist. Okay, so you killed a journalist
So
scientist.
we had to bury him inside of another tune. So we took this, built the tune around it, turned a tune that was once like different BPM, kind of trappier, turned it into something that's more like.
Fucking badass. Give me a high five for that. That shit's fucking badass.
We had fun making it.
Journalist, scientist, and then they say, I am on.
It's
I
just.
will say that's a
He's
really,
this guy I know
really
from.
sick use of chopping that. I am.
Give it up to Adam for that.
And who would you like to spank? Like
Doesn't have to be a sexual thing
I
or
don't
bad
think
thing.
it's explain it to him. I think he fucking gets it. Some people don't fucking get it.
Yeah, some people get really upset.
I say a man that binds on a bad day.
That is pretty
It's always
good.
my go-to.
Paris Hilton needs a good spank. I mean, I don't
Maybe
know.
that porn, you know,
She
it's
did.
dark, it's kind of,
did.
it's at night vision. Her hair was like glowing in the black light with the jizz.
My hair glows in the black light.
Black light
With the
reaction.
jizz.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
How do you think I get it so green?
All kinds of secrets on this show. You can live yourself out and say your websites and shit.
Just had a release drop on a hospital called Getting High at Low Tide on the Future Sound of America track.
I approve.
Record
I approve.
on D&B Arena on the new record they're putting out. So
Name
another one.
dropping, alright?
And then
The name drop.
coming out on our label called Revolt, and that's coming out the 25th of March.
Are there any catchy journalists, scientists, different motherfuckers in it?
There is another collab with Adam on there, with Geen on there. So.
Lots of labs.
And there's also a collab with Gridlock, who is also awesome. So, yes.
I'm gonna say something else awesome. Where do we find you? Find you on Facebook. We just write EVOL INTENT with an O.
If you were going to, you would go to evolintent.com or real Evil Intent on Facebook or
Not real, or not official.
we have so many bad like non-cohesive names on our social media and evil_intent on Twitter. Yeah, so
You just gotta kind of search it out.
And your Match.com name?
Find a little thing.
Match.com. I'm keeping that personal.
Cock Puddles?
Because I don't know if you want to see
Inside
what
pedals.
Yes,
We'll find
It's
out.
the deal
We
color.
don't expose secrets.
The deal color is the real. Hey, some people are real, some people are really real. Big Spanker, you know.
5, 6, 7, go. Shout. Oh, wait.
We love kittens. That is true. We love cats. Cats are something we're down with.
You guys seem like the pets.
We do.
Is this just a good word for pussy? Do you just
It
like
is.
pussy?
It is.
Yo, shouts out to Speaker Spanker. Booyaka shout.
Wow.
We got Mike from Evil Intent, Miss J,
Hi,
Funphonic,
Miss J.
Kevin, Black Daddy. We all say this is Mike from Evil Intent together, or do we let you do that? Shout out to soundwaveradio.net.
Evil. Oh. 10.
It's lovely.
Hey, get those crack rockers. He looks beautiful. His hair still looks beautiful. It's fallen down just a little bit, but it's peacocked. Sprinkle some effects on those crack rocks.